Good evening, folks. Good evening, folks. Good evening, folks. I'm just getting comfortable here to sort myself out. How is everybody? Oh, let me just get a sip of this drink. I am parched. Absolutely parched. Good calorific stuff is that. How are we all then, people? Got some nice little Tokyo funk going on today. And we're picking up with the Viper that I started on the last stream. Made some more progress offline. I did this side, but it's a bit more square than diamond, so I'm going to try and get it a bit more diamond than square on the front end, and then I might end up redoing that side. So you can see I've already painted over that, needs another coat, so I'm going to do that side again. It's all a big learning curve. How's everybody's days been? All good, people? Oh, we need some more of that purple out before I get started. Just tidy up those edges. Yeah, some nice light, funky vibes. Always good. Puts the spirit in a good mood, does a bit of funk. Just going to start by tidying up the edges of these little blue lines, to be fair. A little bit thick for my liking. So we've been up to much then, people? Been doing any hobby and models? Had a right old game session the other night on the Discord. Doing some Helldivers and then some Space Marine 2 featuring Mother of Machines. We had Aether with us, Djing was there for a while. We had Imaginer from the Discord there. If you're interested in the Discord, the link's in the video description. Feel free to come and join us. Always some gaming sessions or hobby time, or we've got all sorts in there. Go by, take a look. If it's not for you, by all means. That's looking a bit neater. That one needs a bit though. Yeah, starting off with a diamond grid there, and we'll try and do a similar thing to what we've done there. Hey, Patrick. Easy, buddy. How are you? It is. It's the old school Elder Viper jet bike. There we go, sir. With this little turret. I do have the new one in the Eldritch Battle Pack, but I haven't put that one together yet. I think I've opened the box. But I've got some really cool designs using Gemini. So I'm now trying to replicate those designs on the model. They make it look really nice. Hopefully I can too. I'm keeping really well, thank you, mate. Keeping really well. Had a few goals, targets recently. One of them's to gain some weight because I lost a lot nearly a decade ago and I've never got it back. So we're on as a smoothie. As protein-filled calorific smoothie. And in the last 2 weeks I've managed to put 11 pounds on, so cheers to that. Oh mate, I could show you some of the designs. And what I did, I took a picture of some of my existing models, such as this jobby, for an idea of the colours. So right, okay, this is my paint scheme. I want the army to revolve around basically my Harlequin mask, which are these folks. And that is the mask of Dance Without End for the Harlequins. So I wanted to integrate that paint scheme with the Incarn's paint scheme to do a Ynnari one. So I took pictures of blank miniatures after prompting it with what I wanted. And I'll show you what some of the designs it came up with, because they're absolutely fantastic. If we can paint as well as the look, or halfway, I'll be happy. So this is the design for Kareth. There's a gold vice out there, Muriel. But there's a really cool looking Death Jester. I really like that version of the vice art, to be quite honest with you. That's my Eldrad Ulthrons. Where are we? That's the one of the... Right, check this one out. So this is the Drukari Venom. This is the design it gave me. That proper looks cool AF. There you go. There's some metal Harlequins that I've got, which I just showed you one of. Here's that one in the background there. And these are some 1984 to 87 metal Eldar Guardians, essentially. And this is the paint scheme it came up with for them. That looks absolutely the bee's knees, in my opinion. Now, well, oh, and this is what we're painting, dude. There we go. So I'm trying to replicate, and we're starting to get there. So yeah, happy days. That's what we're working on, bro. But I feel nice and inspired thanks to those designs. I'm feeling healthier than ever thanks to the smoothies and healthy diet and a bit of exercise. Tip of the hat to you, much appreciated. What you been on with them, Patrick? I dare say you've been churning out some models yourself. There, that Harlequin jet bike's on the way. Yeah. Oh, I didn't show you the. I let the actual jet bikes, my Shining Spears, be a surprise because I didn't show you the design for them, and that's pretty, yeah, eye-catching. I'll say that much. What are you working on at the moment, Patrick? I did take a little break from the Eldar and I put together all the Wolf Scouts and stuff after I sold Olmaf the Tau. I thought I'd put together the Wolf Scouts. Been finishing up some Sisters of Battle, yeah. Got the new battalion box. Very nice. I've looked at that and it looks pretty tasty, to be quite honest. And then I've got the Deathwatch 5 team, so I was looking at the new Deathwatch battalion. But to me, it looks like they've just literally put 2 kill team kits in it. So I don't know if I'll go ahead with that. But that ship, the Deathwatch ship, I think I'm going to buy one of those on its own. Trying to paint a nice bluish white. One of my favourite tones. I'll tip the camera towards the paint rack. Where are we? Here we go. Good old Frost Blue. Goes hand in hand with Space Wolves Grey. Something more colourful. That's a bright sapphire. You could whiten that out. But yeah, I decided to diverse and buy some actual war painter paints. The Citadel stuff just sometimes doesn't always cut it, to be quite honest. Let me just straighten this camera up for us. There we go. And we're back. None of the models in the battalion, but sweet as. I get mine from Sam at Merlin Miniatures. He often does like 20% discounts on pre-orders and stuff like that. But if you use my name as a discount, Complex Autist, you'll get 5% off on top. So 25% off new boxes. Yeah, pretty banging really. Go check him out. I should start putting a link actually in the description. I've got Golden Hide, but I think it needs a little more blue. I'm liking them, especially for the bottles and the mixing balls. And you know, it's just because GW are a bit uptight on profits. I don't think they want to do the decent thing and give us dropper bottles with mixing balls. You know, they could soon be the most popular paints again if they did that. But I don't think they will. I think that's more my wishful thinking. Prove me wrong, GW. Prove me wrong. Fetch out your new Warhammer paints in dropper bottles with mixing bowls. That would be cool as. Speaking of said Warhammer paints, I got my first Warhammer branded paint the other day. Look at that. No longer says Citadel. Where's my actual? There we go. The old and new Wraithbone. And according to Games Workshop, they decided to rebrand the name because people needed to know what the paints were for. Well, if that's what they think, fair enough. It tickled me pink though. I know. It's the first thing I've actually smiled about from them in a while. I'll be honest. A lot of it's made me frown. But that, yeah, I grinned at that quite heavily. I still am. A smile is still painted on my face. But no, I decided to fork out. What did I pay? I think I paid something like maybe £40 for 16, 17 war paints. And last time I bought 20 Citadel paints from GW, it cost me £100. And that was including 2 free ones. So it's nice to save a bit of money. I had the colours after I got those designs. I knew what sort of colours I were after for this whole Ynnari project. And yeah, so we picked some cool colours. I am loving the Warlock Magenta. That's absolutely stunning, is that? Alien Purple's okay, but I do prefer Diabolic Plum. What a cool purple. That with Nagaroth Knight. Absolutely fantastic. That's what I'm starting here. It's got Nagaroth Knight as the backing. And then I'm doing the yeah, Diabolic Plum to start the diamonds. And then just building it up from there. Ooh. Something tickled my throat then. One banana, 6 large tablespoons of oats, a squeeze of honey, 2 large tablespoons of peanut butter, 300 milliliters of milk, and a banana. And you get the ADHD high calorific smoothie. Perfect. They are starting to look a bit more diamond on the front end, so I may have to redo these ones. Practice makes perfect though, yeah? That's what they say. Looking at my bottle of Warlock Magenta. It's an absolute stunning colour. I haven't got a Games Workshop equivalent. I do prefer the Magos purple contrast though, compared to this purple tone that I got. That's a nice colour, but when you come to actually use it, it's a little bit weak. It's really weak, in fact. Maybe because it's a wash, not a contrast. I'm going to put it over these when I finish off all the highlights. I'm just going to finish it off with a nice bit of purple tonage over the top. You plan on getting the 11th gen set? I'm keeping my eyes open, thinking about grabbing it on pre-order. I'm not overly fussed about the models that come with it. I'll probably sell them off and recover the money for all the rules and everything. Don't know why I'm using the basing brush to do this. That was silly, wasn't it? I've got a perfectly good Wargamer Kalinsky Masterclass brush here to do details with. Nah, not right away. Do you like the art models? Either. That is a wise man, that Patrick. I have nothing but admiration for you. I think my blew my budget in January.
Hello Zoe, how are you? You alright puppy? My little fluffy dog's come to say hello. Dad's having a couple of hours with his models and he's painting. Is that okay? No, it's not. My poor Baba. Oh, you're beautiful.
I was just looking at some new Kill Team stuff. But I bought a load of Kill Team stuff and I still haven't managed to have a game yet. I have just joined the Discord for the local model shop though, so I'm hoping to find some people on there that play Kill Team. And they have 2 shops and one of them is open in the evening from 7 till 11. Just to play your cars, have a battle, whatever people are doing really. Oh, here's one for you. While I was there, I got talked into some Gundam stuff. When the Death Guard Battle Force box came out in January, and Stretch managed to save by not getting more Death Guard. That was a damn good set though. Out of the ones, the Maelstrom set was it? Because I was looking at the Drukhari one, but to be fair, no, I've got most of the stuff in it.
I did get the... Is the Red Corsairs one a Maelstrom? I don't know, I've got the Red Corsairs Combat Patrol and the Army Battle Force. I've got the Drukhari Real Space Raiders, I've got the Eldritch Raiders Battle Force. I also got the Eldritch Combat Patrol, the Raiders. Then I've got that Harlequins Combat Patrol too. Don't know what I'm going to do with the Corsairs yet. I bought them just so I might have something different to paint when I wanted to. Before the Maelstrom. Oh right, so that original one. Yeah, it's a fair enough deal though. I don't even collect Chaos, and some of the Chaos boxes that come out I'm like, ooh, I'd love to paint them. But I'm like, no Michael, because you've got too much to paint, stuff that you want to use. So until you've painted all that, don't be getting stuff to paint that you can't use. Not that I listen to myself very often, I'll be honest mate. I usually ignore my own good advice. Move it up a notch now. We've got some nice pink in there. Our favourite magenta. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's we're all a bit guilty of it too. This makes it pop when you put this on. Takes a couple of coats though. Just add a bit of white then for the top end. I forgot I was completely off camera. Still not quite used to painting on camera. I finally found a decent white. Wall paint's matte white. It's actually a decent white. So a little blob just there. Have we got any plans for the weekend though, dude? Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pro acrylic still wins for me though. Pro acryl white. Let me have a little. Right, okay. That's bright neutral grey. I don't want bright neutral grey. I want white. There we go, white. Titanium white. Ah, there we go, bold titanium white. Add to basket. Where's his basket then on this website? Oh, it's up there. Proceed to checkout. Sweet. I'll try that out when it gets here. Nice one, Patrick. I always love a recommendation. And it is, it's not that easy to find just the white rice. Nice, I shall let you know. Because to be fair, that matte white is one of my favourites so far. I've got Corax white, I've got White Scar. Corax is just a nightmare to manage. White Scar's a bit on the it's got about as much transparency to it as PVA glue, I think, as White Scar. Be here next week. Sweet. 2 thumbs up, mate. Nice one. Don't know if you're in Discord already, Patrick. Link's in description. I don't have a fancy bot to bring it up though. I tried one through Stream Elements and it kind of like cocked everything up, so I took Stream Elements out. Feel free to swing by. There we go, it's getting a bit of a more definition from those pink highlights on it now. It looks better once you run the nagger off down the sides of it overall. Makes it a bit more crisp is the word I'm looking for. Nice one, dude. We're pro acro. It's got a seal on the actual bottle under the dropper. Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, it sounds like a trick that Solon, you know, Solon. He did a fine job covering himself in white as well. Hey. Hey, welcome in Shovel and welcome in Patrick. Hey. I'm trying to sort it out so we have like a monthly server gaming night where we've got red versus blue, or we can be on one team PvE, another team PvE, different game modes. But I'd like to try and arrange like a monthly server gaming night. We had a bit of a movie night the other night. Last night was a lot of Helldivers fun, followed by some Space Marine later on. Welcome to the server, dude. You'll find the models and miniatures area. Show us some of those lovely green dudes you got? We're not talking no orcs. Has that been off with that part? There we go. Oh, I could just sit next to a swimming pool now with a really nice tropical cocktail in my hand, chilling out in the sun. Somewhere like chilling outside Cafe Mambo. Bit of Ibiza. Washed a couple of the diamonds out making doing that, so I'm gonna have to patch them back in. Yeah, the learning curve on painting these Harlequin style patterns, it's a bit nuts really. So he started with all the zigzags that you can see on the bottom of his leg, like a crosswork pattern, and then experimented with doing some like bigger diamonds as you can see on the top of his thigh. So that was one attempt. I did this dude with like little diamonds, the best I could do with them, which doesn't look too bad, but the closer you get, the worse it looks. So these guys will get revisited. In the meantime, practice on a bit of a bigger model. Might be able to do the littler models after. Yeah, they are. I was just trying to sort of like work out some sort of grid device to actually paint the diamonds in, but by the time I'd drawn the lines out, it wasn't happening, so then I tried the other way. The other way went a little bit better, but not great. Still, we have time. I feel like I've just gone backwards a step. Do you done any LD yourself, Patrick? Is it on top chat? I should change it to live chat. There we go. Nah, nearly got. I nearly signed up for that model. Then it says something about, oh, you have to wait something like 4 or 6 weeks for your model, and by the time I'd weighed it up what I was getting out of it, it didn't seem like such a great deal. I paid it all up front as well, and I'm like, you cheeky mofos, you pay like a full year up front and now you'll have to wait 4 weeks. Nah, you're alright. I'm not that interested. It looks very much like this dude, to be fair. There we go. We've got Prince Uriel. Looks cool enough. With his mate. There we go, look. Carseth. And I managed to save my Death Jester. I originally painted this in sub-assembly, and little did I know, painting it in sub-assembly, you've got this bit that wraps around the back of his neck and it has the arm attached here. It has these thrills on here. Sorry, here you go. This arm here, and all these thrills wrap around the back of his neck, and the cowl wraps around the top of his arm here. And after I'd painted it in sub-assembly, that literally did not fit at all. And by the time I finished messing about, half the paint was missing from the model. So I give it all a good scrub down and put it all together, and we're going to paint it from here now. It's still got a leg missing somewhere. It's hovering around here. Don't know where, like. I'll start looking for it now. Not worry too much. It'll be around here. In a box. On a shelf. With some other parts somewhere, I dare say. There we go, found it. No, it wouldn't be far. I'm getting Mortarian end of the month. It's a hell of a model, isn't it? What's the demon beginning with B? I keep looking at that, and that looks really freaking cool too. And again, the models I'd really love to paint, but they're expensive, and I don't collect chaos. So until I decide I'm going to collect some chaos, just because I want to paint the models, basically, yeah, I'll hold off on them. It's like I'd really like to get one of those Skaven Lords, but I'm a Yorkshireman, my pocket's too tight to put that sort of money out on plastic. If there was some metal to it, maybe my ADHD brain would think different, but put paint on the model kind of painter. Well, yeah. I'm used to doing what I'm comfortable with largely, which were like, well, I started off with Marines. Did all different Space Marine chapters. Marines, once you're comfortable with them, you can paint any chapter, it's just painting a Marine. I got really good at the Chaos stuff in the Abaddon era. Eldar, I had a massive Eldar army, so I've painted these before. In fact, I've probably had that many different chapters and armies. It could chuck me any model and I'll have a good go at it. I might not know its necessary paint scheme per se, but I'll be able to make it look good, I think. Even with like the old metal models with less detail on. That's my old Eldrad Ulthran. And if I show you the new sculpt, there we go. Be'lakor, yeah, that's the one. It's a insane looking model. I would really like to get my hands on that. I might have to put one of these wishlist things up. And if someone wants to randomly get at me, I won't have to get it myself then. I don't do none of that business, to be fair. I do this for my well-being. Like this week, it's supposed to be behind me here, Charity Mind, so they're running like the Miniatures for Mental Health Week. So I've been streaming every day for a couple of hours. Did models Monday, ended the stream 20 minutes early, ironically, because my anxiety went through the roof. Tuesday I managed to do a full 2 hours. Wednesday I did a couple of hours but of gaming. And then today we're back here. And I don't know how long we've been going, but we're still going. "44 minutes according to my phone. Something like that. But no, it's been nice. You know, find it difficult to sit down at the same time every day just to like focus on doing this. Well, it started with anxiety, and by that time I've been on like full on fight or flight, and I'm just like, let me get the F out of here. I wasn't feeling right happy on Monday. But we still came back on Tuesday, which is the main thing. And then we came back on Wednesday, and we're back on Thursday. And, oh, I've got my nephew's birthday tomorrow. We're off out for a meal, and then there's a bit of a session at my brother's. I may have to do one early tomorrow in the daytime, being Friday, and then I'll do probably a similar time over the weekend, 5 to 7, something like that. Time works well for me. Get my dogs sorted, I get to sit down and chill with them for a bit. Oh, I just did that part again. What did you do that for? No, you dope. A friend spoke with me after that one on Monday, were it? And it's kind of a poetic irony in a way. You are streaming for mental health, he said, so don't worry about it. So I'm not. Streaming good therapy, or is it forced time to sit and quiet your mind? The painting's the therapy, to be quite honest. In terms of my CPTSD, the painting's a bit like a meditation. The whole streaming thing kind of forces me out of my comfort zone, if you will. I spent quite a isolated life and quite happy on my Todd, but you know, it's got to push the boundaries a little bit, do things that make you uncomfortable. It's the only way you're gonna grow, isn't it? Otherwise we end up just, what was it, some guy I heard once said, if you're not green and growing, you are ripe and rotting. So we're trying to do some green and growing. I've spent 10 years ripe and rotting. Get back out here into the world. Hopefully get a bit better at painting whilst I'm at it. Plus the time, the extra painting time, actually sitting down for a purpose other than painting, so the streaming part of it really does help. See why Almath does 3 hours a night, because, you know, setting 3 hours aside just to sit down and paint, it's not so easy to do, is it? So it's a bit of both. I know I've nearly done my 2 hours. Oh no, we've done an hour. We came on at 5, didn't we? So, doing alright we are, Patrick. Right. Try and neaten it up again. I really enjoy the Discord. That's good for your mental health, reducing isolation and being able to speak to people more easily. I think that's been really good. I hear you, I hear you. The same. I just in these later years became a bit more reserved for a lot of care duties and stuff like that, which kind of took me out of the world. Health episode in 2016 kind of was the start of a bit of a decline, but that's what all this is about now, a bit of a bounce back, Patrick. That's good stuff. That's really good news. Yeah, because you've been going out and learning to play games and whatnot, haven't you? No, happy days, mate. Still need to actually go out and get some games played myself. So I'll take some inspiration from you, Patrick, and go and do just that. I was looking forward to catching up with my old best mate that I used to play with way back in the day. But every time I call him, he seems busy. And last time I saw him, he was like, it'll probably be easy if I call you. Alright then, mate. Alright, no worries. Catch you in another lifetime. I'll stop bothering you. Am I happy with that? Not there. There. Don't worry about that. It's, as his mum says, people are transient in life. People come and go. Known them 40 years, so. What was the question? How long have I been into Warhammer? 9-10 years old. I'm in my early 40s now, so a good 3 decades. Played it a lot. I didn't stop really until I probably left high school and I'd gone to college. I think once I got to college and into music basically, I went to do popular music, then music technology. I kind of left the Warhammer behind. And then it was only maybe, it was last year, my dad was clearing out the loft. He wanted to clear some of the house out. He got cancer for a second time, he had it in 2017. Just about got the all clear now, touch wood. And yeah, he was clearing his loft out and he passes my old Skaven army. Proper 90s Skaven army. So I'm like, whoa, good to see that. I've got a couple of them laying about. Oh, they're up on there. Hang on. So there you go, that's 2 of me Skaven models from when I was a kid. Warlord Squeak, and I think it was Gracie a Thankwall. And I painted these when I was probably about 11. And when my dad gave me the Skaven back last year, I think I'd been carrying this one around, but this guy didn't know where he was, and he was in the box with all the others. So I was well chuffed. I bought a starter pack of paints, the Warhammer starter pack. Painted a couple of Skaven, and that were it. It got me again. I went out and spent another £100 on paints, enough on brushes, bought loads of Space Wolves, mainly off eBay. I think I got like a couple of new boxes. One of them was bought for me at Christmas, being the Wolfguard Terminators. And I think from August through by end of November, I had about 3,000 points of Space Wolves, and I'd moved on to starting some Eldar by that point. But yeah, it's been a long time thing, and the biggest thing that got to me was trying to work out why I ever gave it up. I don't think I really enjoyed it as a younger one, but I didn't need it as much. And these days, coming back to it, I enjoy it just as much, but I kind of need it now too, because it really does help. So there's something I'm still not happy with. I don't know what it is, but we'll try getting these diamonds a bit brighter again. It's just tedious little pattern work, isn't it? But by it does that hyper focus come into it. Neighbour had a white dwarf when I was about 12, 44 now. I turned 44 this year, Patrick, in October. Yep, I agree. Needed a wintertime hobby. Hey, it's not a bad wintertime hobby. Not at all. Love it to stay indoors and painting on a cold day outside. No, but I agree. Something to occupy some time, take your mind off things. Definitely. These are probably about, yeah, both quite veterans to the hobby then, I'd say, Patrick. I wish I'd have kept all my older stuff. I had a big, back in about 98, they brought out the Eldar Fast Attack Battle Force, and it came in a square box with a big blue Eldar Guardian X-Arch on the front of it. I was carrying that box around with the Falcon Grav Tank, attack bikes, Aspects Warriors, the Guardians, the characters, for when I moved out my mum's when I was 17. I carried it around right up until last year when I was 42, and then I randomly gave it away. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the stream at Allmath. Good to see you, pal. And yeah, and I just gave it away. And then once I got back into the hobby, a few months later, I was like, I wonder how much that stuff's worth. Yeah, that was an eye-opener. How are we doing, all, Matthew? Good man. Did we have something nice for tea, sir?
Cheers, mate. Interesting tea. Don't mind a bit of chalky myself, you know. Tell you what I've been getting right into. Do you know those like flapjack squares with the chocolate corners on them? Keep grabbing myself one of those every time I'm in the Nisa. I had one earlier. I think I must have ate it. We're just having his high calorific protein shake at the moment. And trying to paint diamond patterns. They're a bit square for my liking. I'm thinking of redoing them. But on the front, that's more diamond-y shape, but I can't get them to look right to my eyes. So I keep going over them and digging myself a deeper hole, I think. What have you been up to then, all? What was it with painting? Are we doing any painting when you're not streaming? Or do you just get your 9 hours in a week? I did wonder that. Is that your dedicated painting time? Or do you get any other? And how was that delightful course you went to do on Monday? I can imagine thrilling and enthralling. Did you manage to keep consciousness through it? Oh man, I don't know if I could. Numbers and things like that? No. I like patterns, shapes, but hardcore numbers? No, it's not me. I was on stream and I was stoked with. Oh, good to know. Good to know. What makes that sort of thing interesting to you? Are you quite a numbers guy? Do you like that sort of thing? I'm guessing you do something like with accounts and whatnot. Are you actual tax man? No. Oh, I see. Is that sort of under some sort of educational bracket or something like that? But don't label it as an adult, instead label it suitable for children. Boom, no tap. Ah, fancy that. I wonder if that's why all those adult colouring books came out. I remember a big swathe of them coming out over the last few years. Became quite a thing during COVID, didn't it? It's just those blue lines that don't sit right yet. You can't argue with the logic. I used to do the
Used to be like collector's binders, stuff like Little Ark and Animal Kingdom and stuff like that, where you get like a monthly thing and add it to your binder. And a lot of that had like stick and play things, so you could move the stickers about and make your own pictures with them. I ended up doing like little bits of stop short animation when I was a kid with stuff like that. I'm just saying to Patrick, trying to get a bit of a monthly gaming night on. Red versus blue in the server. Mad times last night on that Helldivers though, absolute bonkers. Playing level 10, that got insane. I used to do a lot of art back in the day. Not so much these days. I know I've got a few canvases and some oil paints and stuff like that still. Just never got it all sat down and did it. But I hadn't been feeling very creative really. Just starting to come back now. Bit of a clear out coming up though about studio stuff. We've got a lot of it listed up on eBay. Just got some news about potential move on the horizon, so gonna offload a load of stuff. And then when we get moved, put something entirely new together again. It's kind of like a pattern that. I do that quite a lot. Absolutely, 100%. I got a Band B awarded like last November, but they stipulate the type of property they think is suitable for you in the like housing options place. And they ended up stipulating a really weird description of a property. They said an above ground property that must have its own entrance and own accessible parking with a back garden, but you're talking an above ground property. And then it has with no upstairs neighbours. So you're basically talking about a top floor flat really, but how does a top floor flat have its own door? So I'm like, you've really balls this up for me. I've got my Band B, but it's a bit useless because the properties you stipulated don't seem to exist. So then I've spent the next 6 months during an appeal and overturned it, and now basically all the stipulations of the description of the property basically say bungalow. So yeah. Going to find myself a nice little bungalow somewhere in the green pastures of this fine West Yorkshire area, and live in a quiet little bungalow with dogs. That aren't above ground unless you are a badger. Well, they described that under properties as ground floor, so they mean above ground floor. One bad being a badger though, that'd be alright. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. Right, start on the other side. Still see some of the other grid though, so I'm going to have to do some more Nagraph Night over it. Get rid of that old grid. We're not using that brush for it, no chance. It's my new favourite brush, that one. There we go, it's the Army Painter Kalinsky Masterclass. It's a lovely brush. Then I got the Citadel base brush, and this ain't too bad actually. I didn't like it at first, but now I've sorted the chip out and managed to stop it being a bugger. It's not a bad brush. Hey, badger. Birthday mates in the prayers. You Barnesworth. I think it was, you know. There was some whack stuff on that. How are the Tau coming along, Almath? Have you been making some progress? Managed to put the Wolf Scouts together. They are over here. There you go, this dude. Pack leader. This dude looking quite cocksure of himself. It makes the Harlequin standing next to him look absolutely tiny. It's quite funny. Looks a bit grimace with his axe. Got the guy with the landmine. And obviously the Psyker. We had to build the Psyker. It's the coolest one in the whole box. And of course, don't forget the wolf. I've only got another 12 of them to paint. Tar yet to be repainted. On to-do list. You've got a fair few active models at the moment, haven't you, bud? When are we going to next see the big corn tank skull thing? A fair amount of wolves. Wolves and squigs and all the rest of the mad stuff that they ride. I think week after next for the Lord of Skulls, hopefully. We'll see it again soon then. Looking forward to painting that Wraith Lord over there, to be fair. I've decided on his final war gear setup anyway. This is going to be his Wraith Lord. Oh yeah. I wouldn't mind getting one of those big ones, the Wraith Knights. They look pretty cool. But it's just like, where the hell would I store it? It's huge. Still got the Titan in a box, that's not put together yet. That Warhound Titan. I was looking at that the other day. I tried to find that, what was it, the dual bond adhesive stuff I bought for it, and now I can't find that, so I may have to go buy some more. It's not dry yet. Right, so they look too square. That's why I'm not happy with them. So I need more of an angle on the lines to get diamonds. Okay, it's more about the spacing. Let's see. No, that went wrong. Terribly, terribly wrong. Back to the purple. Cheers, peeps. Banging. Absolutely banging. Keep your energy drinks. Give me one of those beasts. So what went wrong with that? Those lines were not angled down enough, so it made it look more square. And it's the spacing. Is it the angle or is it the spacing? Both. I'll work it out. But if you could use a ruler or something equivalent to the lines. So not so much getting the straightness, it's getting the right angles. I don't mind the lines being a bit wobbly or anything like that, it's just having them actually look more diamond shaped as opposed to square shaped. Don't think I've got a ruler anyway. Stick. let that purple dry before I put the blue back on. But we can start doing something with this guy. Start brushing up those colours. That's tough because you are putting a flat shape on a curved surface and have to account for that. Absolutely, yeah. It's not so easy, but I will persevere. I made this bed of harlequin madness, I shall lay in it. May have several nightmares whilst doing so, but still, nevertheless. Gotta do it across the front of there as well, yeah. Could even basic blue and paint the purple squares. Well, I went for that way for a simple reason, because you can see around the pink squares you've got the original dark purple base. So I'm trying to do the lines and then paint the squares while leaving that dark purple. That's the base coming through the edges of the squares. I don't know. Purple onto blue would probably be easier to paint. Mind you, if I go by what we did on this one, that was basically that. Did the green and tried painting the squares for the diamonds. It looked okay, but then when you get close up, not so great. Still got to redo those. We'll keep trying. Great, let's give that idea a go on that. Let's try putting the blue backing on it and painting the squares. Worth a go. So we go blue first, why not? Can't hurt, can it? Did my last message get blocked? Yeah, your last message according to that is, yeah, it looks pretty cool, mate. Has a red line next to it. Could even base it in blue and paint purple squares. Then it says, yes, looks pretty cool, mate. And it says, did my last message get blocked? I'll type it again and think I'd stamping plate. Straight lines, angles. Ah, yeah. Well, I saw some people actually having like little patterns, but they were using spray guns, and it was like a little, yeah, pre-carved pattern that they laid over the model. No, that's going to be so much harder. Trying to paint the, yeah, that's going to be way harder. One, two, three, four, five. That's what we did last time. Let's get some big chunky bold ass blue lines. You can trim them down afterwards. Just make sure they're bloody on there. Gonna need some trimming. They are chunky. So I can refine them this way. You seen the goblin stamping plates? No. Goblin stamping plates? Let's have a look. Goblin hobbies, goblin stamping plates. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. By crikey. They'd save you some time, wouldn't they? 45, gently scrape the stamping colour across the design. If you're stamping evenly, why press into a hard colour may squish out. That's one way to do it, isn't it? Bloody hell. Goblin hobbies. I'll leave them up and I might have to have a look. Could make life a whole lot easier, that Almost nice one, bro.
That's a good shout. That kind of works. Right. Now a bit more diamonds, not squares. That's what we're after. No. Yes, that's working. Not quite in the same way though, is it? Bugger. What's going on there then? I've done them two. What have we done? What have I done? One for one. Kind of prefer that shape to that one. Choices. I'll just paint that up and see what I think afterwards. What you just did? What's that say? The one you
Twisted are the same length in both directions. Kind of following the wind curve. Yeah, they are. With that one coming across. Yeah, that's exactly what's going on. Which is better though? Do you think? That one or some slightly bigger, more focused, probably more detailed ones? I think the bigger diamonds might look better, or the other ones? I think them, if we've got the more detail on them. That looks busy. But then again, I can't get that size diamond on that part there. Right, the original something about the questioning nature of the ones is pleasing. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, here we go. It's not the first time, it won't be the last. Give that a minute. Hello, Zoe. You know, Bubba. What are you doing, my girl? Little Zoe Bubba, the most beautiful pom in the world. Aren't you, Bubby? Yes. What? Are you tapping your feet? What does that mean? You want a treat? Have you been that good? I've only been in there an hour. Can you wait half an hour? Will it hurt you? It won't, will it? Good girl. You can wait. And now we're in a bit without a treat. She thinks her throat's disappeared. It's an hard life, isn't it, kid? Is that the end of his little funk mix? I think it is. I enjoyed that. Ooh, what else you got? Put this on and stop wasting time. Scrappy vibes. Go on then. Nah. You're alright. I'll pass on that one. Memory playlists. There we go. This deep house stuff were really nice last time. Give the dog a treat. Oh, does she deserve one to that treat? She's been laid flat on her back with her legs in the air, the little pussy. Hey Zoe. Zoe. Where are you, got dog? Zoe. Zoe. Patrick here. Patrick says I have to give you a treat. Is that right? You're gonna come here, Baba. Come here then. Oh, you better say thank you to Patrick. She says, thank you, Patrick. My dad's really mean. He won't give me one on demand. There you go. Patrick's won you over. He's got you a treat, kid. There you go, Baba. Enjoy. That's love from Patrick, is that one? There you go, she's numbing down on a treat. She's probably still got the other one and just not set it because I'm sat in here. She's funny like that. Yeah, you take it easy, Alma. We'll see you soon, matey. Hop on over for a game session sometime. There's always someone around in game chat. She's a Pomeranian. Little stunner as well, bless her. She is, when was she? 2014, so she's 12, 13 in September. And Coco's 14 in June. Or is that what? She's 12 in September, Coco's 14 in June. Yeah, it's 2 years just about. She's an absolutely beautiful little dog. Heart and soul. You know, it's like an angel. She's a real sweetheart. Little Chihuahua is too. Funny start with a relationship with me and Coco. I used to call her the little rat. Poor thing. But in about, I don't know, didn't take long. A month or two, she soon grew on me. She sits on my lap all the time, and that was it. Best mates after that. Didn't know we were going to be lumbered with each other though. Could have been worse.
There they are, the truly little angels, Patrick. I'll swear till my grave that they are. Just the odd timing of which they seem to arrive in life and whom they helped, when they were there. You know, it's hard to think otherwise, really. That little teacup chihuahua, when my mum wasn't right well, like near the end. Oh, she was such a very lovely little dog. My mum worshipped her. She gets high praise now, don't get me wrong. She kinda got used to it. Rod was already made for my back. Yeah, I'll show you what I got in the hobby shop the other day. Still learning about it. Not really put any of it together yet, but I'll show you. There you go. This stuff here. Let's get a camera sorted out. A bit less zoomed out. Let's have a bit of a zoom. There we go. Some Gundam Assemble premium card collections. There we go. I'll speak up. Well, these were a bit mad. Came with some little figures. These ones here. Oh. This is like the game map. With your assembling instructions on the back. Oh. But yeah, that's literally your game flow and your map of how to play. I haven't played yet, but I need to go down to the local model shop
the kid behind the counter will gonna have me a game when I get there. Show me the ropes. We had these Gundam packs. I opened one of them. We got this pack with a box set. Got some nifty ones. These are like the ones with the characters. I'll stand up. We'll be a bit closer to the camera there. Red Gundam. So you get 2 of these for each of the models that are in box. G Fred, you got 2 of them. Tactic cards. The cards look amazing, really good quality. Being curious about building a STRG kit, but I can't afford another plastic addiction. I hear you, mate, I hear you. That's why I just got these little, the tiny mini ones. But I was looking at those big kits, especially that original Gundam one that I used to watch on Cartoon Network when I was a kid, on Toonami. It came on just after Dragon Ball Z, I do believe. Couldn't even tell you what the cards are yet. I know that's a starting card. Rest a resource when paying the cost. I was watching some videos on how to play, but my ADHD took over and went, you're not watching that just yet. Go on, I'll have a little cheeky. Let's open some cards. See what we get in the purple pack. This is series 2, I believe. Deploy this card. +1 to your shields in hand. It's a pilot card. Choose one enemy unit that is level 3 or lower. Arrest it. Valiant while you have a unit token in play. Bound dock. It's a bit nuts. No shiny yet. Sedas M. Oh, that looks like a Mad Gundam, that. Jachinju. Another shield card. Otarubi. Justice Gundam Meteor. Looks like it should be a good card, but I need to find out why. Hey, we get a shiny one. Suppression, level 7, Amate, Space Earth, and another X-Base card. There we go. That's some more cards opened. I need to learn to play the bugger though. Maybe I'll do that on the stream. We'll watch. I'll do it in Discord. I'll stick a YouTube video on and learn how to play. But yeah, it wasn't too bad on price. It were on sale, so I think I paid like 30 quid for it, or £29. I think usual price was £39 for one of these boxes. But there are your premium car Gundam assemble sets. I only wanted to paint the little models. Not right fussed about the cards, to be honest. But then I realised the models, the instructions on putting the models together aren't that clear either. Are we on 7 o'clock? Yeah, I'll have to look into it more. There's a few like guide channels and stuff on here. I watched one of them, but it kind of yeah, I didn't think I had all the cards to be able to play along and actually learn what he's doing. Get there, bit by bit. Gonna have some more dark purple on it now. I wonder what games we're playing tonight. I fancy a bit of VR, to be quite honest. A bit of Behemoth maybe, of Aliens, something like that. What are you on with this evening? Any plans, sir? After without problem. Messy there. I'll tidy up, it's just sketching it out at the moment. Trying to get paint on canvas, isn't it? Oh, we're getting there. Ta-da! Progress so far, peeps. Put them back in the little assembles box. That warms up a bit, we'll be fine. Right then, peeps. I'm gonna jump off. I'll probably end up on the Discord. Link is in the YouTube bio and in the description for the video. We'll probably end up playing some Space Marine 2, some Helldivers, something like that. Feel free to come along, say hi, friendly place, we've got people from all over. Happy days. Take care, stay blessed, stay happy, and be good to one another, people. You take it easy now.